In the quiet town of Odisha, India, February 23, 2018, dawned like any other ordinary day. But by midday, a deafening explosion shattered the peace, transforming a home filled with recent wedding joy into a scene of unimaginable horror. This wasn't a random accident or a faulty gas cylinder, as neighbors initially feared. It was a meticulously orchestrated act of vengeance, a bomb disguised as a wedding gift that claimed lives and left scars that would never fully heal. The story behind this tragedy weaves together themes of ambition, jealousy, family bonds, and the dark undercurrents of human resentment. Let's delve into the details of this chilling case, exploring the lives touched by it and the path to justice. Suma Sekar Sahu, at 26, was the epitome of a driven young professional. Born into a family of educators in Odisha, he pursued a degree in computer science and secured a position as a software engineer at a firm collaborating with Japanese tech companies. His colleagues admired his discipline. He was the one who lingered at the office, pouring extra hours into projects when deadlines loomed. To his family, Suma represented hope and achievement, breaking beyond local boundaries to forge a promising career. His parents, Rambindra and Sanjukta Sahu, had instilled in him values of knowledge and hard work. Rambindra, a zoology professor at a university, was a calm, science-passionate man dedicated to teaching and research. Sanjukta, equally accomplished, had risen to become the director of a college, embodying resilience and leadership in education. Suma's fiancée, Rema Sahu, was 4 years his junior. At 22, she was studying foreign languages with aspirations of becoming a translator. Raised in her uncle's home after early hardships, she was treated as a cherished daughter despite the household already having sons. Far from feeling isolated, Rema thrived in an environment of warmth and support. Friends and family described her as approachable, kind-hearted, and always wearing a radiant smile that lit up any room. In Suma's household, another key figure was his 85-year-old great-grandmother, Janamani. Remarkably active for her age, she wasn't content to merely observe family life. She actively participated, helping in the kitchen, dispensing wisdom, and providing a pillar of stability. Her influence was profound, often swaying family decisions with her experienced insights. Against this backdrop of familial harmony stood Punjalal Meher, a professor in the same academic circles as Sanjukta. Until 2014, he had held the prestigious position of college director, a role that defined his professional identity. However, his ousting and replacement by Sanjukta, a woman, struck a deep blow to his ego. Colleagues noted his lingering bitterness. He frequently voiced dissatisfaction, but no one anticipated it festering into a dangerous obsession. This grudge would ultimately connect these lives in a web of tragedy, turning a celebration of love into a nightmare. The engagement between Suma and Rema was formalized in March 2017, culminating in their wedding nearly a year later. The date was selected after consultations with extended families and an astrologer to ensure auspicious timing. Given the long-standing acquaintance between the families, preparations proceeded smoothly, with costs and duties shared equally. Months were spent booking venues, selecting caterers, photographers, and musicians. Invitations were printed, decorations chosen, and fabrics for traditional attire meticulously selected. Elders insisted on adhering strictly to rituals, from gift exchanges to the layout of the wedding hall, ensuring no tradition was overlooked. During this period, the couple's interactions were limited, often supervised by family or conducted via phone. Their discussions were pragmatic, dividing household responsibilities, planning living arrangements, and balancing careers. Suma aimed to advance in tech, tackling major projects, while Rema focused on completing her studies and applying her language skills professionally. They envisioned a future of shared finances, joint decisions, and eventual independence after a transitional phase with family. As February 2018 approached, a detailed schedule coordinated guest arrivals, accommodations, and rituals. The house was reorganized, rooms cleared for gifts, others prepared for out-of-town visitors. Relatives divided tasks, greeting guests, managing transportation, overseeing meals. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation, a blend of pressure and excitement. The wedding ceremony on February 18 unfolded according to local customs, with elders guiding every step. 2 days later, the grand reception hosted dozens, relatives, neighbors, colleagues, and friends. Travelers from afar joined the festivities, enjoying a traditional menu, live music, and vibrant decorations. The event symbolized the family's respected status, earned through years of dedication. Post-wedding, the newlyweds skipped a honeymoon, adhering to customs by spending initial days in the groom's home under elders' watchful eyes. Mornings began with shared breakfasts, where Rema learned household norms, expected dishes, guest etiquette, and daily management. Though privacy was scarce, this structure fostered respect for tradition and family integration. The house brimmed with cheer as lingering guests dropped by with gifts and well wishes. Packages piled up, extending the celebration. These 5 days embodied unity, with neighbors praising the couple's complementary traits. Suma's quiet determination and Rema's outgoing warmth. All seemed poised for a bright future. But on February 23, around 12:45 p.m., a delivery arrived, a medium-sized parcel wrapped in brown cardboard, tied with a ribbon. Labeled from SK Sarah in a distant city, it raised mild curiosity but no alarm amid the gift influx. Suma, Rema, and Jenamani were alone at home. Suma signed for it, placed it on the table, and unwrapped the outer layer, revealing a decorative box. A white wire protruded oddly. As he tugged it to tidy the opening, the device detonated. A muffled pop escalated into a thunderous blast, flames erupting, smoke choking the air. The house trembled, plaster crumbling, windows shattering. Neighbors rushed out, mistaking it for a gas explosion. Inside, devastation reigned. Suma lay scorched and charred, gasping in agony. Rema, burned on her face, arms, chest, and abdomen, crawled through debris. Jenamani, engulfed in flames, was barely responsive. Chaos ensued outside as residents stormed in, improvising stretchers from sheets and beams. The victims were rushed to the hospital without waiting for ambulances. Jenamani, with over 90% burns, succumbed within hours. Suma, suffering third-degree burns and organ damage, died shortly after, despite ventilators. Rema, with 40% burns, was induced into a coma for recovery. Waking days later, disoriented and in pain, Rema learned the truth via a newspaper article. Her screams echoed her despair. Doctors intervened to stabilize her. The family grappled with grief, shielding from media frenzy. Public outrage mounted, demanding justice for the attack on innocents. Investigations intensified under pressure. A year prior, during Suma's work trip, a threatening call warned against marriage. Dismissed as a prank, it resurfaced post-explosion. Initial suspects included Rema's ex-boyfriend, probed via phone records and social media. He denied involvement. Alibis held, yielding no evidence. Then an anonymous letter arrived, articulate, English written, claiming a project by 3 individuals. It corrected unreleased details, like the sender's name, SK Sarah. Linguistic analysis pointed to an educated academic. Shared with Sanjukta, she identified the style as Punjalal Meher's, formal, superior-toned, matching past writings. His grudge over losing the directorship to her fueled suspicion. The home search yielded damning evidence. A laptop with the letter's draft, a flash drive with backups, a postal receipt for SK Sarah, charred fireworks remnants, burned journals venting resentment, and browser history on bomb-making. Meher had attended the wedding and funerals, masking his involvement. Investigators learned the bomb was meant for the reception, potentially killing dozens in the crowd. A courier's caution delayed delivery to February 23, averting mass casualties. Arrested, Meher claimed coercion but evidence refuted it. In custody, he attempted escape, solidifying his guilt. The 2025 trial featured 62 witnesses, over 100 documents, and 51 evidence pieces. Convicted, he received life imprisonment for envy-driven obsession. The family found partial closure. Suma's father sought death penalty. His mother acknowledged irreplaceable loss. Rema, after 6 years with in-laws, remarried and moved abroad, seeking renewal. This case underscores how unchecked jealousy can devastate lives, turning joy to ashes. It serves as a stark reminder of vigilance in the face of hidden malice.